Hi, we're Chris and Teresa, and we would love to guide you on your fiber arts journey. We own a successful fiber processing mill and online needle felting business, experienced at raising all fiber animals, and have renovated a 100-year-old school into a fiber arts retreat center.
Processing, needle felting, yarn, roving, fiber animals, and sustainable agriculture are all topics discussed here. Think of this as your one-stop shop for advice, information, tips, and getting your questions answered on all things from farm to needle. So pull up a seat, make sure you're cozy, and get ready to be inspired while you learn. This is EweTube.
Welcome to EweTube 234. Here we are in our EweTube studio, and a little bit about my Bear Creek Bunny course that is coming up in the Academy, and we're also doing a retreat here at the Gnome Schoolhouse.
In a couple weeks.
It's coming up very quickly, and I'm excited. It's the first Bear Creek Bunny course here at the Gnome Schoolhouse, but not the last, because it was very popular, which I kind of thought it might be.
So how's it going? Is it out there yet, or close? No.
The class, the course,
virtual course.
the course in the Bear Creek Needle Felting Academy is almost done. So there's several parts of it done, and they're in there, and people keep requesting to join it. And they haven't let them in because it's not done.
Why is it not done? Because the balloon bunny isn't done?
I need to have the balloon, the one holding the balloon, and I need to have the PDF instructions, which take a while.
So you're telling us it's going to be a while.
Hopefully not. My goal was to have it done in 2 weeks, and it's not going to happen because I'm going on vacation. But
no, right now when you watch this, you are on your way back from vacation.
Yes.
That you've been on vacation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you took a short vacation.
Yeah, with my entire family.
Which is awesome and rare. I mean, how many families do that nowadays? Not too many. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
It's going to be wonderful. Mm-hmm. I'm leaving tomorrow, but when this airs, I'll be getting back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so which is kind of cool. So Chris has been reading this book.
I found this up in our Fiber Arts library. It's by Cox Wiseman. It's called Creative Hands. And it was copyrighted, I had this, in 1945. And I've been greatly enjoying this. And it kind of ties into, we're doing a FACS retreat here, a home economics teachers retreat. And we did this last year, and it was a great success. And many of these teachers are coming back for a second year. So we're struggling because we have to do, we got to switch it up and do it different. So
We're not struggling. We got this.
We do. We have this, but it was just
Except I'm on vacation and Chris is kind of on her own. So.
I guess it was more of an honor that they would even want to come back.
Right.
Because we were a little concerned that we were teaching teachers and
we're not teachers.
And we're not, but it went off great. So I found this book, Creative Hands, and I actually just started paging through it because I was waiting for a guest to arrive or something. It was in the evening, and I was just laying down here, and I went, and I just stumbled across this finger weaving.
I thought we were going to try that.
Oh yeah, we were going to try that.
We're going to try that.
I don't know if we have time for that though, because you need to go home and pack.
I want to try it.
We could try it when you get back.
But you'll be done. I want to see if this is going to make a scarf.
I will actually know if it's possible then. Anyway, so I saw this and I'm like, you know what? Because last year we did the mini peg looms, which was super fun and it went really well. But for them to bring that back to their classroom, I know a couple of them wanted their home ec, their woodworking.
FCS.
Woodworking department. Yeah, to make the peg looms for them, and kind of like a little collaboration. And then the home ec department would do the weaving on them. But I saw this, and this uses a pencil and you don't need any other tools. And you could use anything. You could use yarn, you could use cording, you could use twine, you could use all sorts of wonderful things. So I found this and I thought, you know what? I think this is a good option this year to throw out there. So
Finger weaving.
finger weaving.
Show them the pictures.
Yeah. So this is what they are. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you could see that. They're very basic. It's I can't say that I'm struggling with it because it's very basic. And just trying to, what's super fun here is we're going to incorporate it with Teresa's, when she comes back on Saturday, right away we throw her back into the gridiron here she's doing the 3D felting aspect of the retreat,
Which is a snowman.
which if we could weave this a little scarf for the snowman, it all ties together, and that's
There's
awesome.
a lot of it tying together in the end.
There is a lot of it in the end, and we're going to be doing felted balls, both wet felting, needle felting, talking about that, and then the sewing end of it, the other aspect of it, is going to be making pin cushions, covered pin cushions out of repurposed fibers for that purpose, with cute little stitches, and that's super cool. So it's all kind of tied together, and it all starts on the farm. That's where it all starts, because that's where fibers originate from, and that's where they always have and always will, unless they're synthetic. But we're not, talking about
So
that.
this is an FCS retreat within the state of North Dakota,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so we were introduced to this last year, right? And we did an entire fiber arts retreat around that,
Yep.
teaching them all the things that we know. And they came back again this year. So
Yep.
if you know, we are open to doing this for other states as well.
Absolutely. So we'd love to bring you here, and it would be an amazing partnership, an amazing learning opportunity for FACS teachers from all over the nation.
Yes. So the FACS teachers that have come here last year, they loved it, and
Yeah.
this one is full. And if you are looking for something like that for your
State.
we would be open to hosting you here at the Nome Schoolhouse.
Absolutely. And after the end of this, we will have curriculum available. We'll have projects available for these teachers to purchase.
Kits.
And
For their classrooms.
Yep. So that they can bring that back. Last year we had two of the teachers that actually brought their students here.
Back here. Yeah.
And that was amazing. We couldn't be more humbled by that. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So a little more into preparing for the FCS retreat. You have a lot of things planned.
Absolutely.
As I'm not going to be here for most of it. I will be here to do my part of needle felting
On Sunday.
on Sunday,
Which
but
is
Chris
great,
is carrying the rest of it on Friday and Saturday, which is a multitude of different things. So
Yeah, we'll be going through lots of different things. Starting with the animals themselves, where the fibers originate, all the different, whether it's mohair, wool, alpaca, what have you, how they're harvested. We'll go down, we'll go through the mill, we'll go what to do with those fibers. We're going to go through dyeing, we're going to go through weaving, we're going to go through felting, both wet felting and needle felting, and yeah, it's going to be a blast.
So
It's a super full, and then Sarah Sunderland from NDSU is here, and she's going to be doing the sewing aspect. And it's all, this year, it's based around repurposing fibers, which is really cool.
yeah.
Really, really cool.
So it's an in-depth study and something that is very huge for what we want to provide.
Yes, and it's huge.
The community.
Yes,
So
yes, absolutely. So
So this is kind of a really unique partnership.
It would be amazing to bring folks from all 50 states here and have them retreat.
Show these teachers what you can do.
Yeah, and where textiles start, where they originate, the whole gamut. And plus it's so refreshing for the teachers to be able to get away from the classroom and meet with other teachers and collaborate and network.
Get new ideas for the classroom.
Get new ideas. It just rejuvenates them for their students. And that's tough. I mean, to be a teacher in this day and age, it's tough. And
this is,
if we can help out just a little bit,
a one-of-a-kind retreat for these teachers to learn, bring something back to their classroom, and work with other teachers, and
it's all good stuff.
Part of our dream for the Gnome Schoolhouse, for sure. So we talked about a little bit about finger weaving, which Chris is going to do. I learned a little bit about finger knitting this recently over Christmas, and we're going to try and incorporate that into future FCS retreats. And last time we talked a little bit about needle punching, which is our creativity of
craft
of February, and we shared some of our projects. We each did a project, and that was with thicker, I don't know what weight.
Mine was a rug yarn. I would say bordering on almost a bulky. I mean, I would say it was a light bulky.
Yeah, so which made it a quick,
very
easy
quick project.
And both of us really loved this needle punching, and we have ordered some more tools. We have actually become wholesale customers of Oxford Needle, and we are looking forward to putting together some kits with our yarn and the Oxford needles.
Absolutely. I think we spoke a little bit about this last EweTube, and the yarn is spun. The yarn is just ready to be plied, and Teresa and I just spoke on, I was a little, I don't really know what to skein it to, and then I was struggling on just plying it. So it's been sitting there, and I've been doing some reading on that, and I came across something that said, it's a 2-ply fingering is what the weight will be, but it'll be good for both crewel work as well as fine needle punching, and both of them require not an over twist. You should not over twist, over ply, put too much twist in that yarn, because then when you use it, it doesn't provide the detail and it doesn't.
Which we're excited because hopefully when I get back from my little vacation, the needle punch needles will be here, and we're going
the monk cloth, the extra monk's cloth,
and we're going to be able to play around with it a little bit with the yarn that Chris has made.
And I'll have some dye. I'll have some dye, because we decided on 30 yards. We're going to go with 30 yards, and I'm going to not over twist it. I'm going to try to do a nice gentle twist and get that done tomorrow.
What is this yarn? What kind of wool?
This is last week, I believe I called it a Cordale Cornwall. I was very wrong. It is a Romney Weather is what we used for this. It's Romney. It's 100% Romney. So, and it's spun.
We've called it many different things, but
it's definitely Romney Weather. Yeah, so stay tuned for that, because then we aspire to put together kits, because we found it very difficult to find complete kits.
So
for needle punch.
Just looking for a kit that we've never done needle punch before. We want to try it out. It was hard. It was hard to find. I found mine on Etsy, thankfully. A very nice little kit. But there's nothing with the
fine needles.
The fine needles.
So that's what we're going to do, and that's something our spinner loves to do. Oh my goodness.
Our spinner being the machine.
Yes, that actually makes the yarn. So we're excited for that. And we just partnered with a new producer that raises Lincolns. So we're going to be trying a little Lincoln, spinning the Lincoln locks. and dyeing them, and because I think those would be perfect for this application. You know, as well as a great warp, a 2-ply fingering warp yarn for weaving. So I'm excited about this. Yeah, I mean, it's as a small cottage mill as we have. It's tough for us to produce a lining yarn that competes with the indie dyers, the folks that are importing the yarn or wholesaling the yarn to themselves to dye and to market as such, because we need to keep up first and foremost with all the ingredients for the Bear Creek felting kits and thereof. So this is a way that we can enter the market with our own yarns and kits.
Right.
So it's kind of exciting.
To diversify.
Diversification.
So
is
we
good.
have
Yes.
the needle felting market that we're working on, and so we want to branch out into different markets with our wool, which we're trying to grow ourselves, and if we can't grow it, we're purchasing it locally.
Correct.
Which the last wool we got was from South Dakota.
Yeah, brought it to us and to visit with them and to hear their story on their sheep. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So
Yeah. So we don't import any of our wool.
Absolutely
It's all grown
not.
here on our farm or
Yep.
By people that we know here in the United States.
Exactly.
And we're
And
always
this-
looking for more.
Absolutely,
So if you-
and Romney specific, and this Romney that I spun, it was painful because I know how precious every fleece is to us, and
for needle felting.
yeah, and how I don't know how even this got spun. I'm not sure, but anywho, it's spun beautifully as Romney does. It just spins, hand spins, machine spins beautifully.
All right, so a little bit what's going on here on the home front at the Gnome Schoolhouse, which, just to give a little background, it depends on when you started watching YouTube or not. So if you've been watching from the beginning, you know the whole story, but if you haven't, I'll give you a little quick catch-up.
Synopsis, yes.
Right. So I don't see, it's hard to make it quick, but Chris and I each had our individual businesses. Chris had Dakota Fiber Mill, which he processed wool from people all over the United States.
Including you.
Including myself. I had a flock of sheep, and I had developed a needle felting business where I taught people how to needle felt through kits and through an online academy. And we decided to partner our businesses after working together a little bit on a project, which was a needle felting cushion. We tried to make a more eco-friendly needle felting cushion that is comparable to the foam cushion, but will last you a lifetime. That was a success, and we worked well together, and each of us were outgrowing our businesses, and we decided that we needed to either build a new building or we needed to find something that we could combine our businesses, grow this business even bigger, and make it more accessible to everyone all over the world. So,
Maker's Mecca.
yes. So I had people interested in working one-on-one with me, learning how to needle felt. Chris had people coming to her fiber mill, touring her. She had a variety of fiber animals touring her fiber mill. They were very interested in all the things that in the wool processing. And we wanted to combine all of that into one destination. We thought of building a new building. We thought that wasn't good enough for what we want to draw people in. It has to be unique. We searched out a school that had been abandoned for 50 years. And it had all of the qualities we were looking for. It had sat here for 50 years. Nobody had done anything with it. And we had decided this is the one for us. It was a huge risk for us to undertake this. We decided to go forward with this dream of making this a fiber arts destination worldwide. That was our passion and what we, our expertise.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we set forth to do. And all the doors, there was a lot of doors.
A lot of doors that needed opening. And the good Lord opened them all. And we just like, okay, here we go.
So we kept going on this this vision. We purchased the school, which needed a lot of work. We started the construction, we started the demolition. We did everything that we could ourselves to help it bring down the costs. Our families helped us. And it was a lot of work. It was a lot of, there was doors open, there was doors closed. There was a lot that we went through to get the school to where it is today. And it was the entire time what drove us, what kept us going forward was this dream to make this a place for fiber artists to come from around the world. It was going to be a place like nobody had ever seen.
Correct.
Nobody,
like there wasn't anywhere in the world like it.
Right. This is what
Unique.
This is what moved us forward. We knew about the success in our own businesses and the interest. I did several surveys to my online community, which I had grown for over 10 years, and all of the signs showed that there would be interest in people coming here and learning about fiber arts. The ultimate goal was to bring animals here so you could learn about the animals like they did at Chris's Fiber Mill and all the different breeds, learn about their fiber. That you would be able to come into the school and learn about the entire process that it goes through in the fiber mill. Then you would be able to learn more about this process, about how to create the things with wool that you can, to bring in teachers, to teach it ourselves, to bring in like-minded people from all over the world and bring them to this one place in Nome, North Dakota. That was our ultimate goal. Meanwhile, we knew that this was a huge endeavor. Like halfway through, there was things that popped up that, okay, we can't turn back now. This is really expensive. This is
our budget just.
Right.
When you start with an $800,000 budget and you end with a $5 million budget, it's painful.
But when you're in the middle of it,
Yeah.
you've already put so much money,
$2 million
so much
into it,
effort
you can't
into
stop.
it. And they say, oh, by the way, you don't have a water tower in your tiny little town. You're going to need this fire suppression tank, which is going to cost you this much money. Do you say, no, we're done?
Right.
No, you don't. You say,
When you're
somehow we're going to
Two-thirds done.
somehow we're going to figure this out. We're going to go with our dream. We're going to go with these open doors, and we're going to just make this happen. And so we kept going. We completed this project. It took us 3 years,
Which is quite quick.
It is.
In the whole-
It seemed
in the-
like a
in the
long
whole
time.
realm.
It wasn't
Yeah.
just us, by the way. It was a construction team that did an amazing job, and our families that helped, and everything came together. The community helped us. They backed us.
We have neighbors, Mike and Mary. We got to, say a shout out to them.
And we're very
Mariella.
thankful. We're very thankful for everybody that supported us along the way.
Yep.
And so we've got it to a point where we're bringing in. So our dream is coming true, so to speak. We struggled for years. We went through COVID. We went through many different things. We knew we had to to try and make money any way we could. So we opened up all of the possibilities of bringing in money, all along knowing that the thing that we know is what we want to pursue, and the original goal. So this past week, we announced that, so we have started, I don't know when we started it.
We started it to bring folks in so that they could just, I don't even know why we started it. Why did we start it?
Well, they were asking for it. They wanted to come and they wanted to see what we were doing here. So we started having a thing on Tuesday evenings where we would invite the local people in and we would show them. Chris would bartend and I would give tours. And I would bring them through the construction and show them this is where we're at. And it was exciting. And this is what happened this past week. People would come back week after week and it was fun. And leading up to this, during this whole entire process, we had so many people telling us, do you even know what you're doing? Do you know how you're going to pay for this? This is ridiculous.
Fail. What are you thinking?
Nobody understood fiber arts. Why? Who would come here to Nome, North Dakota, just because of fiber arts?
What do you?
And so we felt we had something to prove. We were very excited that these Tuesdays back then were getting the crowds that they were. So we continued, and this eventually became Thirsty Thursday, and we started. At the very beginning, it was frozen pizzas that we served. And we had it in the gym because the rest of the school was not done. The rest of the school was in construction, and that's where I would give tours every week. And I remember bringing everybody through the school and getting up to my office and looking out at all the cars that were parked out front. Because for so long, we had people telling us nobody's going to come to Nome, North Dakota. And, and
here they are.
And here they are. And so we were so excited that everybody was interested. And so it eventually changed to Thirsty Thursday. We did finish the school in 2021. We started having Thirsty Thursdays from 5 to 9 in the dining room upstairs, not in the gym. And went very, very well. We were very surprised at people would come far and wide.
Every single Thirsty Thursday, there was more folks from, hour away, whether it's Jamestown, Fargo,
we were so
wherever.
Pleased, and neither Chris or I have any experience with hotel or restaurant management, and so this was a huge learning experience for us. A lot of things that we had to learn, and so we learned them, and things went forward. Everything went great. And then just like last year especially, we had a very difficult winter of a lot of snow. That was very, very difficult on the school and having people come to the school. It was very understandable. Nobody would want to come.
There was folks that they were stuck for like 2-3 weeks in their place and they couldn't get out, and it was tough.
We were very grateful for everybody that showed up on Thirsty Thursday. But at the same time, as this is all going on, we also have a business called Shepherd Industries that is downstairs. It's in the basement of the school, but it's not it's not in the basement of like our hearts at all. It's like
it's the heart.
It is
it's
our
literally
passion.
the heart of the school.
And
it's the heartbeat.
The passion and so Shepherd Industries was going strong, making the payments, and bringing in the money. Something that we know how to do, something that we need to grow, something that we need to focus everything that we have on that, because that is the thing that we know, and we know how to make it grow. So this past week, we made the decision to stop Thirsty Thursdays. And I don't know,
refocus. It was tough.
it was a difficult decision.
It was, yeah.
Because we like to support the community. We like to visit with the
On
community.
a weekly basis. Correct. Yeah.
We like their support. We like visiting with them, hearing, just
And there's
having
some
fun.
that are so supportive. They're here every Thursday, and we can't thank them enough for everything they've done.
Right.
And there's some that come once, twice a year from the community, and that's great. And yeah, it was just time to do change.
Right.
We just had to refocus.
We knew that we had put a lot of energy into Thirsty Thursday. A lot of energy, staff, thought,
Prep work.
and especially in the wintertime, it's hard. I know a lot of people aren't coming. We had thought of just making it a summer thing, and at the same time decided that we need to get back to our original dream, our original focus of this Gnome Schoolhouse. We are not shutting it off to local people. We really, really appreciate the support of our local community, and we want you to come. We have dining events that monthly. We sometimes have 2 or 3 monthly.
Yeah.
They are ticketed events that you just need to register for, which is very helpful to us.
It helps us not to have the food waste. It helps us to be prepared for those that are coming in. And it helps the folks coming to know exactly what they're going to get and what to expect and what time to be here. And and that they have a seat. And it's a win-win.
And it's a lot less work on our staff and on us.
Because we know exactly how many people will be here. We can staff accordingly. And
If you look around the community in North Dakota, I'm sure in many small towns around the United States, it is not easy to keep a restaurant going in a small town. We had to sit back and think about this and realize that our strengths are in the fiber arts and in Shepherd Industries, and we have huge payments on this building.
Yes.
And
Yes, we do.
we have to think of what is going to work for us. And going forward, we have to, in order for us to stay here and stay a business, we have to make these tough decisions, and we decided to stop Thirsty Thursday.
And it's, and honestly, it's just that we're not going to be open every Thursday anymore.
That's all.
I mean, it's really not that big a deal. We might be open a Sunday or a Friday.
Okay, and the reason that we're bringing this up is because we did a post on Facebook, and we got a little feedback that kind of hurt our feelings a little bit.
It did. We were shocked.
At the response.
At the kickback.
And we soon realized that
Nobody got it.
Nobody
understood.
Okay, we had supporters, but they were supporting their own idea, their own dream of what the schoolhouse should be, and not our dream.
Yeah.
And that hurt.
The school would not be here if it weren't for us. We don't want to be prideful in any way, shape, or form, but the school would not be here, if we hadn't stepped in and done what we did. And it's been amazing to have folks come from all over the nation, Michigan, California, Utah, and come and experience just for a few days a little bit of North Dakota and the state. The state recognized that with the Trailblazer Award, which we're very humbled to get. So it's been amazing. It's a destination. We did not build a hotel in North Dakota. We did not build a bar or a restaurant. It's a destination. It's a fiber arts destination, and we truly
believe that if if we're going to pay for this building, if we're going to make this work, it has to be that destination. It can't be a community center restaurant.
No. And yes, we wish we could have stayed. We wish it would have even $2 million would have been amazing for us. I mean, yes, it cost a lot of money, and it is amazing. And
I guess thinking, like, so we got several comments on our post, and I guess what hurt us the most is we put a lot into this. We put a lot of effort into this. We have risked our farms. We have risked our homes.
Everything.
We have risked everything. We continue.
Second mortgages. And we don't get paid.
That.
We work and we don't get paid. I mean, it's one day we hope to.
Right. And we would love to give you everything that you want. A community center, a museum, whatever you're looking for. But we can't provide that. We are going with what we think will make the payments.
And the only thing that we know best.
The destination, the fiber arts, it has to be unique.
Absolutely.
And it is working.
They're coming. You're coming. And how can you help us? You can come. You can support us. I mean, and if you don't, locals, I mean, if you're watching and you don't want this, if you want this, something else, make us an offer. I mean, we always said we'd never do this again, but we never say never. There's always another school out there. There's always,
if you want a museum,
if you absolutely
wanted a community
need this
center,
to be a community center,
restaurant, bar,
steakhouse, make us an offer. We'll get out of the way and we'll let you do what you want to do. Those of you that have been here for retreats, that have been here for classes,
thank you.
Thank you, and we hear it all the time. There's something special here, and we know that, and we believe that. And if you want to see it remain as a fiber arts retreat center, as our original vision, let's hear it.
Yes.
I mean, I'd love to.
If you could comment below, we will share that on Facebook, and that will just let people know that people appreciate what we're doing here. I guess we wouldn't.
We need a little boost right now because it's been a little tough week.
A little support.
Because right now we're like, hey, you want it, buy it, because we're not going to do it. We have a dream. We got it done, and
we're going to go with what we were led to do.
Absolutely.
That was make this a fiber arts retreat like no other, where you can learn everything about fiber arts, from agriculture end to of it to the arts. And
currently, the only thing missing is the animals. Yep, and they'll come. They'll be here.
So we are determined to keep going with our dream.
Yep.
Of what this should be. We are a little bit disappointed with
some of the community, some of the comments. It hurts.
It does.
I mean, y'all knew what we were planning on doing here.
We have never kept it a secret of what we wanted to do with the new schoolhouse.
It's just, golly, oofta.
It's been a tough week.
Those that with the positive comments that have been supporting us through this, God bless you.
Thank you.
My goodness, you have no idea how much
and
that
deep
means
down,
to us.
deep down, we know that you're out there.
Yes,
we
absolutely, we do. We do. Yep.
Because we know that there's people out there with the same passion that we have.
Absolutely, and the need there is for some place to gather and to get away and to retreat and just we're in February. And for us to do a creativity, I mean, we did a creativity camp, which kind of kicked off our creativity year. And it truly makes a difference when you can just set aside. I mean, even for myself, I'm immersed in this daily, but to set aside and to learn finger weaving or to learn how to needle punch. I mean, you forget everything else falls apart around you, and you're just
And
This is
to be
good.
around people that
This
think
is
like you
good.
do.
Yeah, this is good.
Just to see the camaraderie that happens when people come here and
Yeah.
talk with each other. And
Yeah,
we love it.
It's amazing. And those of you that have been here, you know what we're talking about. Those of you who aspire to come someday, we
we also know that those in the community that are concerned. So if you're concerned, you think that we'd be better off having Thirsty Thursday, or if we were to be a restaurant, we appreciate that you are thinking of, what you think is best for us. But
Yeah. That you want to see us succeed, and
appreciate that.
that's you're not in the fiber, you're not a maker, you're not a and that's all you know. And yeah, we appreciate those thoughts. And,
But we think that to make it a destination, to make it unique, to go with the niche is the way to go. And especially when, where we're at, we just really
that's what we got to do. And that's what we
is
set out to
the
do.
direction.
That's what our great shepherd led us to do. And who are we to lead that path?
And we may have said this before on YouTube, but it was really set in motion recently because of
Just the Thirsty Thursday.
Just because of Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, I mean,
which
come
we
out
started
to
because
St.
of-
Patty's Day. We have an amazing menu. Amazing.
Right.
Y'all can come. We had a couple stop here today. I'm not going to say their names because we did not ask if we could say their names. And they had, one of them was in Nome until his freshman year, and the other one was a 1966 graduate. They had never been here, and they were traveling through, and they stopped and took pictures.
They walked around the
They
school,
walked
did a
around the
little tour.
school.
They
Yeah, were so
appreciated
appreciative. We opened
every
the store
part
for
of it,
them.
every piece of memorabilia that was here.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. It meant the world to them. And they'll be back. They will absolutely be back.
Yes.
So pretty amazing.
So if curious about any of this that we're referring to, if you follow us on Facebook, you'll see it there.
Yeah.
And if you would support us there, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome, because we're like, yeah. Okay. And on that note, we didn't have any questions this week, and that's okay. But we did.
Well, it's really
we
not
asked,
okay.
No, it's not okay. But it's okay.
We really love your questions.
We do. We do.
Because we love to answer them. And we know other people appreciate hearing those answers as well.
Because sometimes you ask a question that somebody else was thinking, and
Right.
yeah. So
we love to answer your questions about sheep, processing, fiber arts of any kind, needle felting,
And
all
ducks.
of those things. And dogs.
Ducks.
Did you say ducks?
I said ducks. What does a duck say? That was our question last week.
Yeah. That was our question, which we have every week, and which you can answer below, which was, what does a duck say? Several got it right, which we anticipated.
My son did not.
We wanted to give you a prize, Dusty.
Sorry.
but we couldn't.
You silly duck yourself.
So the prize winner for this week is Bernadette Ragus 5364. You just need to contact us through the bearcreekfelting.com. There's a form that you fill out, and you just say your shirt size and your address, and we will send you out a prize.
Something, yes. And next week's question is,
Name one fiber art in which you use your fingers.
it's got to be your fingers. The fiber art has to include the use of your hands. So,
And answer that in
Below.
the comment section below.
just one. Just pick one.
One
If you
fiber
can think
art
of one. If you can come up with
in
one.
which you use your fingers.
Yep.
And if you have a question for us, that would be great. Ask that below.
Yep.
We have lots of upcoming classes and retreats right now going on, and the Nose Glass is the FCS retreat, which we are very proud of.
Proud and honored.
To be teaching teachers. Who thought that we would be
Who
teaching
would've thunk?
teachers?
Yeah. Goodness.
And which is part of the dream, by the way.
It is. It is. We're in a school, for Pete's sakes. Education. We are all about education.
Teach people about fiber arts, the process, everything that goes into that, from the shape to the finished project.
And now we get to teach teachers who in turn go and teach others, which is the ultimate.
Yes.
The ultimate. Coming next, March 9th and March 10th, is the Oodles of Color Basket with Marcy Blickery, the one and only, the amazing. Are there room in both classes?
There are, which is very, very rare.
Very rare, very rare. So
if you've never taken a basket weaving class from Marcy,
this is the one to take, because this is not a super hard one.
yeah, you're going to want to do this.
Oh gosh, it's super cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the Oodles of Color Basket. So either Sunday or Saturday, March 9th or 10th.
Yeah. And then we have a barn quilt workshop coming up, which is almost full. I think there's only 2 spots left. It could be full right now.
March 23rd?
Yep, that's March 23rd. And then in April, when I am home lambing, Chris is doing...
Going to be having all sorts of fun!
Which only means that you could bring them out there.
Oh!
To see lambs.
To the baby lamb barn. We did that last year, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This would be just when I'm beginning lambing.
Oh my
so there'd
gosh,
be a
when
few
they're
lambs.
the cutest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris is doing an all-inclusive weekend in the fiber mill. It is, so you come Friday evening, it's all day Saturday.
All days.
And you're
Yep.
done Sunday at around 1, 2.
Yep. Yep. And we are working downstairs in the mill on the equipment. It's pretty fun. The last year it's fun. We're going to do some dyeing. We're going to do some carding. It's
So if you've
pretty
ever
cool.
wondered anything about how...
What's it like? What's life in the
how
mill
is
like?
it processed?
Yeah.
What is the
Other
process
than,
from
the
raw
hand
wool
carders
to
and-
yarn?
Yeah. Come. Yeah. And we might even do a excursion out. Oh, yeah. This is
see
good.
baby
I
lambs.
totally forgot that this is lambing. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So we've got several more. You can find them all at gnomeschoolhouse.com. If you go under events and then retreats and classes 2024. There's many more. We're always adding more. I have 2 I'm working on right now that are kind of fun.
Nice.
So they're a surprise. I'm not going to tell you anything about them. But you're gonna have to watch.
Stay
You're gonna
tuned.
if you can't keep up watching on Facebook or on the website, sign up for our email list at gnomeschoolhouse.com. I send out emails
For new products and new classes.
that
and
are coming,
retreats. Okay.
and the latest events, upcoming dining events at the Gnome Schoolhouse, where you can purchase tickets for. We have a family. I think
We have
coming
a couple
up
in March. We have a couple in March. I know I'm really excited for the one on St. Patty's Day because Chris bought a special hat for it in Minneapolis.
Ooh. So
I'm
on
going to
St.
wear it.
Patrick's Day, we have
It's like bangers and mash, and it's
It's
all
a
sorts
bunch
of
of fun
wonderful, Irish-based, of course. Yeah.
yes.
And last year we had the same thing planned and then got a major snowstorm. But a few of brave locals did come out, and that it ended up being pretty fun. So,
and the rest of us got stuck here, and we stayed.
Yeah, so it was all good.
Yeah. And then we have family-style dining events where there's you all sit at the same table and you pass around the food like you're at grandma's house.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And everybody that has attended has loved them so much.
Yeah.
Very, very good food. All that you can eat.
And usually some get sent home with whoever wants it.
And
Yeah.
you get to meet everybody at the table. Yeah,
And
it's
we
cool.
do tables of
No, it's
6 or 8, something like that. Yeah, it is super fun. Super fun.
and there's going to be more of them coming,
So watch for them.
as well as so many more
Yeah.
opportunities.
Absolutely. There just might
come.
be a happy hour with the herd thrown in there every now and then. You never know.
When the herd gets here, we're excited to do something like that.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, God bless you all for supporting us. We need it now more than ever.
Yeah, thank you for supporting us.
Yep.
We appreciate you.
That's